Assalamu alaikum everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have Bangladesh's national sports car, the 2017 Toyota GR86. So first I'm going to tell you the full history of the car, and then I'm going to give you a proper review. So thanks to MH Corporation for providing this car to me so I could do a full in-depth review of it. So let's start the full review. So the Toyota 86, this car has a very back history of the car. So this is the alternative of the A86. A86 was a sports car from Toyota that was really fun to drive car. But after that car got discontinued, after a lot of years, they didn't make any sports cars. But they finally made the Toyota 86 or the GT86 at 2011, and they started production of the car at 2012, and the full Asian market, North American market, everybody was really excited for this car. This was a joint venture with Subaru, so the engine is from Subaru, the design is from Toyota, so it's a joint venture. So you can get the Toyota GT86 in Asia and Japan. In America you can get into Subaru BRZ and the Scion FRS. So you can get this car in 3 variants. So in Bangladesh we get the GT86, but because this is the 2017 model, this is now the GR86, not the GT86. So this is a completely new name for the car. And this is fully facelifted from the normal first generation facelift, non-facelift, and this is the first generation facelift, and then there's the second generation of the car. So first I'm going to show you the front of the car. So I'm going to get inside, turn on these LED projector setup headlights. On the brake, there I start up the car. So this is with the daytime running lights, fog on, and headlight on. This is with the high beam off, hazard. And now if I come outside for showing you guys the lights, today's weather is just beautiful. So these are LED projector setup headlights. This is your hazards and this is your parking light. And if you come to the side, you have the 86 logo inside the headlight. So this is actually the 86 logo. And you have LED fog lamps too. And the full front design is very aggressive. You have open here, so air can go in and feed that radiator and make the engine more cooler and give the most amount of power at the time. And then you have the number plate slot here, and you have the Toyota logo, and you have your GR badge on that side. That's pretty much it. And there's another light here that's on the side. This is actually your hazards light for the side view. Now let's check out what is powering the Toyota 86. So now I'm going to show you the engine. So let's open the hood up from the driver's side. There. So the Toyota 86 only gets one engine that is made by Subaru. And if I just get the stand from there and put this back there. So the Toyota 86 gets a 2-liter boxer engine that is naturally aspirated, but you can turbocharge it and supercharge it by yourself. So it has 200 horsepower, 151 pound-feet of torque with a 6-speed automatic transmission or a 6-speed manual transmission. It's rear-wheel drive with a limited slip differential. You have insulation here, and this is your boxer engine with Toyota and Subaru written because Subaru made the engine and Toyota gave it in their cars. And that's pretty much it. Going to put this back at its place, and there. The windshield wipers are rain sensing, and that's pretty much it for the front. You have polarized glass at the front so it doesn't get blurry in sometimes. So now let's check out the side profile. So the length of this car is 166.6 inches. Now let's show you the wheel. So the GR86 gets 215 45 R18s with 4-piston calipers at the front with ventilated disc, and it gets strut suspension with coil springs at the front that are very aggressive, or you could say very stiff. You have the 86 logo here. You have this nice side grille that makes the car look more aggressive from the side. And if you come down, you have these side skirts that are optional extra on this car that look amazing. The side mirrors is the same as the front, to be honest, and because this is a Japanese domestic model, you have a rain shade and frameless door too. Then the wheelbase of this car is 109.1 inches and the ground clearance of this car is 4.9 inch. That is decent for a sports car. So the rear wheel. So the rear wheel is actually the same as the front. These are 215 45 R17 with single piston brake and smaller calipers, but back with a limited slip diff, so it can handle that traction. Now if I open the fuel tank of the car, there's a button right here, and then it opens, and then you can fill up the car from right there. And it has a 50-liter fuel tank. That is enough for you, is it? Let me know in the comment section. Now let's check out the rear. So the height of this car is 50.6 inches, and this is the key of the car I forgot to show you. So you have the Toyota logo at the front, you have the lock, unlock and trunk opening, and an emergency key here. Now I'm going to get inside, turn on these lights. These are facelifted lights that come with the 2017 model, but the old model used to get different lights. Car is on, hazard, and this is with the reverse. And now I'm going to put it to park and come outside. So this is your hazards, this is your main light, this is when you press on the brake, and same here. Tail lights are very nice design, to be honest. You have this aftermarket ducktail spoiler that all the downforce, like just look at the downforce, it just straight up goes up. So yeah, very good for your fuel economy. So then if you come at the back, you have the Toyota badge here, your reversing camera, number plate slot with 2 lights. You have the rear reflector and the reversing lights down here, and I have 2 exhausts that are stock now, but you can get custom exhaust for this car from SKS or any other brands. That's pretty much it. Now let's check out the practicality, and then let's go inside. So for opening the boot, you can do it from the key, and then there are hydraulic struts, so you just have to pull it over. So you have 237 liters of space. That is decent for a sports car. And you have your space saver spare tire down there with your tools on either side. But if you want, you can get a tire repair kit on the 2nd generation of the 86. And rear seats are foldable, so if you need more storage, you can fold the rear seats. You have this shark fin antenna, and you can see the roof has this design. This is actually for advancing the aerodynamics. Now let's get inside. So the dash of this car is beautiful. Let's start from here. So first you have your AC vent right here. Then you have your SRS airbag here. Very nice design. You have carbon fiber treatment all the way here. It's artificial carbon fiber. You have a glove box here with decent amount of room. You have 2 AC vents on the top with closers and openers. And this is your rear view mirror that is not auto dim, but you could use this in alternative. You have this room light placement, and you have your vanity mirrors. So you can just check out your hair, and it has a light too. Then the center part. So you could get this out, you have this large storage, or you could put this here, 2 cup holders and a phone holder, or you could put this here. So you have adjusters. And that's actually pretty much its storage here. Then you have your traction control button, your driving mode, so snow and sport and track. Then if I start up the car, this is the gear knob. So for reverse, you have to just once. You have your reversing camera, then it's neutral, drive, and your manual shifting. And then you have some controls here that is very aggressive looking, but it's actually for the AC. Rear windshield heater, AC on, no outside air coming, dual zone climate control always same, and AC off. And this is for the climate. And this is for the wind speed at the center, and where you want the air, auto, and front windshield heater. And it digitally shows here. Hazards, you have a clock, and this is for seatbelt monitor. You have your normal Japanese set, and that's pretty much it. And you have a manual parking brake too. So yeah, you can drift on this. Seats are fully bucket seats, fully Alcantara, and it's controlled by manually adjustable, and it's 6-way. And that's pretty much it for the front. Now, if I show you the steering wheel of the car, the steering wheel is very circular shaped because Toyota made this car for drifting. And then it's telescopic, so you can adjust it how you want. So I'm going to adjust it as myself. You have paddle shifters at the back because of the 6-speed dual clutch. You have your volume control and skip track and mode for the AC, and this is for that digital screen. You have your hazards on this side, and you have your windshield wiper control on the other side. Then you have your trip zero, so if you want to zero your trip, you can do it from here. You have an AC vent here, trunk opening, this is for the brightness for the RPM. You have your dead pedal, brake pedal, gas pedal, and it has sports pedal too. Now let's show you the instrument cluster. Because the door is open, it's showing that the door is open. So put on the brake, pressing the start button, it fully turns on with the animation. So you have your speedo here, top speed is 260 km/h. You have your RPM at the center, red lines in 7,500, and this is the digital meter. So you could see all your trip information. So if I go all the way down, so you could see your engine temperature, engine oil temperature, battery voltage. You can see all your trip information, same, and then the same thing. You have 3 things only. And then you could see your lap times, your horsepower and torque, that how much it's giving you. And then you have your G-force meter and your acceleration and brake sizzling G-force meter. And then you have settings and warnings. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to keep it like this. And then you can see which gear you're in, digital kilometer, and this is for your fuel tank. And if it doesn't have fuel, it's going to give you this fuel tank thing. That's pretty much it. And you can see the start buttons here. I forgot to show you that. And if I turn the car off, you have the scratch plate on here, and you have all your seat controls here, and you have your SRS airbag on the seat too. Very safety first for Toyota. You have your door handle here, then you have your grab handle. This is for window opening, window lockers, lock, unlock, mirror controls, and then you have your soft touch material here. Same over here, you have a light for looking outside, and this car also has rear seats. So for getting through them, you could just pull this tab there, or you could just do this and you can see the rear seats, but it's actually made for kids or emergency purposes. That's going to be it for the walk around. Why am I going out? Now let's drive this car. So now let's drive the car, foot on the brake, pressing the start button. I'm going to wear my seatbelt. So if you need this car, you can contact with MH Corporation. I'm going to put their Facebook page at the description, and you guys are going to ask for the price. So this car's price tag is 54 lakhs, slightly negotiable. And I'm going to also write it in the description box. So as you guys know, the 86 is a fully sport focused car. The turning radius is going to be up there. The 0 to 60 is 7.3 seconds. And to be honest, it's very comfortable to drive this car. And the sound's great too. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And it's very fun to drive this car. I don't recommend anyone driving this car, and that's pretty much it. Until then, stay safe, stay home. Do make sure you hit the like on my Facebook page, Facebook account, Instagram account, TikTok account, Snapchat account. I know I disturb you guys, but please do that if you have time. Peace.